back of the rim. Garnett on the slam. Oh, using Curry way downtown. Oh, what a shot from Curry.
Welcome to the Bunker, NBA fans, where I am assuming the suspension of the NBA season for the foreseeable future has alerted some of y'all that this actually isn't a joke. Rudy Gobert contracted the virus. We don't actually know how, but he was the first. It's just been announced that Donovan Mitchell contracted the virus. To be honest, just because of the incubation period, this very well could be very far throughout the NBA. We're just not going to know for some time, but we'll stay posted for details. Back to the Bunker. I've been forecasting the end of NBA YouTube as a whole ever since I realized Andre Drummond was the only interesting free agent this summer. Well, DeMar DeRozan too, depending on if he opts in or out. Point still stands. This was a crucial moment for a lot of people because the NBA just quit unexpectedly. And the only shred of information we really have right now is that the season is suspended, not canceled. I know I saw some news organizations say canceled. That's kind of irresponsible. As a matter of fact, the latest report I read said that the season may just jump straight into the playoffs in April. That's the difference between suspension and canceling. Suspension is a hiatus. They did not just take all the games off the slate, so right now we just don't know. But seeing as how we're probably going to be finding out that more players here have the coronavirus, and we're not going to actually have a vaccine for like another year maybe. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that, if players can heal from it and then it's just gone and they can't spread it anymore, or even after they heal they can still spread it. I don't know enough about that, so at this moment we have no clue when the NBA is actually coming back. Could be 2 months, could be a while. So at this point, a lot of y'all are probably asking, if you're an NBA YouTuber, what now? Well, I can't speak for everybody, but I just wanted to let y'all know what's going to be going on with me, what I'm going to be doing in my videos across the channels, and what you can expect, because I can't imagine that we're that far off from school being canceled, from people spending a lot more time on their devices than they already do. I don't know, I just don't think we're far off from those type of events. So for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but things aren't really going to change that much. If you haven't noticed, a lot of my videos don't heavily depend on the current NBA. Every now and then, especially on this channel, I have something to say that I think is important enough for the season, so I come on and I drop a vid about it. But for the most part, even ending last year, you had NBA 2010s, which was about the entire 2010s. I've already started NBA 2000s. Hell, I would really say like 99% of my videos over the last couple of years have been about historical events. They've been about the past, and just recently I had made the decision that any bigger 2K video that I had been previously posting on my second channel, that was gonna go here. That's why the 2K11 video went here, because I got tired of competing with myself. It really got exhausting making two videos that I really had to focus on for two different channels. So right now on the second channel, a lot of smaller videos are going there, and a lot of the bigger 2K stuff is finding its way back here. And 2K content is always unlimited, literally. Especially if you're on PC and you have mods, you can do whatever you want for as long as you want. So you'll be just fine if you're wondering about a video flow for my channels. I don't think the plan is a whole lot different than what I was thinking for the rest of this year anyways. Hell, with the season suspended, I actually feel more inclined to try different things. Speaking of which, I had already been preparing for some time now for YouTube to just implode one day, because it always shows signs. And I've been streaming on Twitch now for about 5 months, consistently anyways. And on Twitch, it's been way easier to fire off content rather than spending hours on something that just might get chomped up by the algorithm. So on Twitch, I do mostly 2K. I was low-key waiting for the season to come to a conclusion so that I could stream more times throughout the day, so I could do 2K streams and I could stream other games. For 2K streams, we do a lot of career simulations, which is basically like the what ifs, but not in video form. We get to watch them happen live, which has actually turned out to, I think that's been the most fun for me and the audience. Right now, we're actually right in the middle of a Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain career sim. May or may not become a video, but we do those live. We do the Legends My League, which is a PC modded My League. So modded cyber faces, modded graphics, modded teams. And I've been going through that with the Kobe Bryant challenge. I made a video about that on the second channel. And then yeah, now that I'll be able to add more streams throughout the day, I'll either be doing playthroughs sometimes or just playing other games online and talking a lot of shit with the community, because that's kind of what we've grown on there. So that will definitely be a thing that I'm doing. And if you want to join the Twitch community, which has been growing really nicely for the last few months, the link to that is in the comment section and description. I refuse to stream on YouTube because there's way too many restrictions here. I really do get it. Most of y'all are here. It would be way easier if you would just follow here, and I would go live sometimes, but I tried streaming on YouTube. It's not fun. Plus, people don't sub to my channels on here to see live streams anyway, so yeah, Twitch it is if you're interested in that. And after that, yeah, second channel will still get these type of second channel videos that I've been doing this year. 2K story time, Twitter police, that'll still be possible. People never stop saying dumb shit, so quarantine barbershop talk, talks. Hell, it's entirely possible that I may merge some of the Twitch content with that channel, because admittedly it did help to have the NBA season running there, but you know, you control what you can control. So yes, the Dom squad will be fine. This channel will barely change at all. I was already doing some of the minor things that I thought I was going to change, and that's worked out. Maybe merging some content on the second channel, but definitely some more Twitch streaming. As far as the NBA season goes, if you were not around for the what year was that with the lockout? That was the 2011-2012 season, but the lockout itself was actually in 2011. But yeah, if you were not around for that, then welcome. This is what it felt like, where they had a business dispute over the CBA. They couldn't divvy up the money. We actually didn't start that season until December, so really what you're experiencing right now is no NBA games when they're supposed to be NBA games. Yeah, this feels pretty similar. It's extremely unfortunate that in one of the most competitive seasons we've had in years, we get like that 1 in a million scenario where something actually shuts down the season, or in this case right now suspends it. I was really looking forward to the playoffs this year. I thought they were going to be some of the best ever. It low-key feels like even if it does come back this year, it's going to feel kind of ratchet and stitched together, because some teams aren't going to get the chance to make the playoffs now. If they do what they're talking about, if they just suspend the season right now and they're just suspending these games, but we're going to jump right back into the playoffs in April, then that means the records right now are just what they are, and the seeding right now just is what it is. And so yeah, that's going to look pretty much like the lockout when there was only 66 games, and I don't even think we've reached the 66 mark yet. But yeah, it'll feel a little bit stitched together, and if we continue the playoffs and somebody wins the championship, be ready for narrative wasteland where people are saying it has an asterisk next to it. They did it with the 99 Spurs. Some people did it with the 2012 Heat. Hell, I remember an NBA player. What was his name? Was it Reggie Evans? It was a guy that played for the Nets, and he said that LeBron won half of a ring, some stupid shit, and then LeBron came back and won it in 2013. But yeah, whatever happens now, I mean, it's uncharted territory, you know? It's a little bit more serious than basketball at this moment. People are actually really sick, and the NBA players will probably be fine. They are some of the healthiest people among us. I speak for most of them anyways. I don't know all their lifestyles, but to play in the NBA, you probably have to be pretty healthy. So from what we know about the virus, it's not deadly to them. However, the people that they can transmit it to it could potentially be deadly then. So that's the issue there. But overall, good on the NBA for canceling. To be honest, they probably should have canceled a little bit earlier when they were having discussions about having empty arenas. To be honest, who knows, maybe I'll feel different in 2 weeks, but I low-key am happy that they just went ahead and put it all to bed, because aside from not spreading and not getting the players sick, I really was having a hard time wrapping my mind around an NBA finals or an NBA playoffs without home court advantage. I was really having a hard time wrapping my mind around a game 7, and what if it escalated and we had LeBron and Giannis in the finals and it goes to game 7 and they hit a really big shot but the arena's empty. I just felt like that was going to be a big blotch on NBA history. I felt like that was going to be something we look back in like 2 or 3 years and we're like, yeah, because the NBA finals in this league, in the NBA playoffs, they live forever. The tape lives forever, the stories live forever. So it was going to be really ratchet where we just look back in this 1 year and it was like, yeah, it was really competitive, but things were going on that year and it was a really sad time. I don't know, I'm happy that they're just suspending it until they can figure out something, because I really felt like the empty arenas were not going to be a good look. I was interested in hearing the talking, because in an empty arena, I thought we were going to be able to hear them talking to each other, calling out rotations, but mostly talking shit. I thought that might have been cool, but again, I don't think I don't think that was worth what it was going to do to the playoffs. But who knows, maybe I'm speaking too soon, because like I said, season is suspended right now. So if it comes back and then they say, okay, we can play again, but we're not going to have fans in the arena, maybe that could still happen. Like I said, completely uncharted waters. Nothing's happened like this in any of our lifetimes. Just as an avid NBA fan, I am definitely sad about what this does to NBA history, because we're looking at this and we were already saying, wow, year 17 for LeBron James. We've never seen anything like this. And we know from watching every player we've ever seen, from Kobe Bryant to Tim Duncan, Father Time eventually knocks. It hasn't knocked yet for LeBron, but it knocks. And when you have him at peak performance and all the momentum that the Lakers had, and you talk about not even knowing if this season is going to complete or if they're going to suspend it maybe until like the summer or something, maybe that completely breaks the rhythm. What if we come back next year and he's still great, but this was their one shot and he didn't really get to go all in at it? Just little things like that I'm thinking about. In terms of the NBA, of course this is bigger than basketball, but when I'm thinking about the NBA, these are the type of things that I'm thinking about. Thinking about how awesome it's been to watch a player like Luka Doncic, Zion Williamson start their careers, and I just hate these type of things, because even the lockout that we had, these things kind of have ripple effects. They kind of have lasting effects, because players being in shape and team chemistry, all that is a real thing. All of it's kind of like on a string. It's all on a certain wavelength, and when you have disruptors like this, yeah, it's shitty, bro. There's no other way to put it. It's shitty. Oh, by the way, one thing I did mention in the little midsection of the video there, the Domcast, the my podcast that I do on the other channel. I always put it in the community post if you've never heard of my podcast. Yeah, even that recently, we've been talking about subjects outside of the NBA, thank God. That was really just because I wanted the podcast to be about other things than just the NBA, so heavily NBA focused obviously, but we've been talking about all types of things, anime, real life situations, video games, media. Like, we've really expanded that already, so that's also not going to be an issue. Hell, during the summer, we were talking more about NBA history and all these types of things, so the podcast is going to go regularly scheduled. That's not going to be an issue. If you've never heard of it, again, search up the Domcast, and yeah, that'll still come out every Saturday, so no issues with that. What would actually help though is I always put a questionnaire out on Instagram for the Domcast right before we record, or a day before we record, so I say it can be NBA related, but the questions can also be not about the NBA, and that helps us generate topics. So yeah, definitely if you like to participate in that and you want to listen to the show and you want your question to be featured on there, Instagram is where that's at. The questionnaire. Links to everything will be in the comment section and description. And yeah, everybody stay safe out there, because this whole thing might get worse before it gets better. People are saying like there's overreactions and people are overreacting, but honestly, the overreactions, if that's what they turn out to be, might be what keeps it from spreading, what actually contains it, what mitigates it. So yeah, clean yourself, wash your hands, take care of yourself. Even if you're not at risk, like in my age group, we're probably not at risk if you don't have other health issues, but you could easily transmit it to somebody who is, so just kind of keep that in mind, maybe. And yeah, this content creation train will keep rolling for the time that I'm here, so appreciate all your support. I will do my best to keep y'all entertained throughout these boring times, and I will see y'all on the next one.